Hello, and welcome into my reselling channel, Flippin Hippos. I'm Star, and today is Tuesday, so that means it's a tutorial Tuesday. Today's request comes from Crush Aloha and asks me to show you how to share your listings to Pinterest using eBay. So if you want to share your listings from any other platform that you list on to Pinterest, this video is not going to show you how to do that. I can show you how to do that. If you want to see that in a different video, let me know. But today we're going to specifically focus on eBay's tools they give you to post your listings directly to Poshmark and Instagram and Facebook. But we're going to focus mostly on Poshmark today. And before I show you the how, I want to tell you the why. So let's talk about why posting on Pinterest is a good idea for resellers. Pins live longer than any other social media post. That doesn't mean you should focus solely on Pinterest, right? I don't want you to stop posting everywhere else. There are valid reasons for posting on Instagram, Facebook, even TikTok. But out of all of the platforms, your pins will live forever on Poshmark. I like to call them evergreen posts. If I post a Build-A-Bear from my eBay listings on Poshmark today, 5 years from now, someone can find it and be led back to my store, which can increase visibility and sales. And the traction and the way the algorithm works is different too. When you first post on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you get traction for like 24 to 48 hours. But on Pinterest, you get that traction and that circulation for months and years. And that's why I call it an evergreen post. You post one time and forever, Pinterest is sending traffic to your store and continues working in the background. And Pinterest is also a search engine. So unlike the other platforms I've mentioned, which are simply just social media, Pinterest is also a search engine. People do go on Pinterest with buying intent and search very specifically for vintage 90s, Y2K outfits, Disney plush, Build-A-Bears, bib necklaces, you name it, they're on Pinterest and they're searching for it. And they're using it as a search engine, which can then lead them to your store. It behaves more like Google than a typical social feed. And speaking of Google, Google and Pinterest have a very special relationship, and I'm sure that you've noticed this before yourself. When you search something on Google, a lot of the top results will lead you to a pin on Pinterest. That's because Google has that relationship with Pinterest and gives a lot of their pins and their posts preferential treatment in the searches. So if someone isn't using Pinterest for the search engine, but they're on Google and they're typing in Build-A-Bear plush, a lot of the results that Google's going to show them are pins on Pinterest to Build-A-Bear plush. So it helps you out by making you more visible, not only on Pinterest, but also more visible on Google. And Pinterest allows clickable links, which I'm going to show you how to create. As soon as we get through the why, I'm going to show you the how. And it will drive external traffic straight to eBay and other platforms if you post from there as well. Today, we're just focusing on eBay. But you can use your Pinterest to send people directly to a YouTube video, an eBay listing, a whatnot profile, your website, your Instagram, listings on your Poshmark, just your Poshmark closet. You can send people anywhere you want. Pinterest is a lot more powerful than people think or realize. I think a lot of people think of Pinterest and they're just like, oh, it's just a bunch of people pinning dream homes and crafting projects to their boards, and that's not true. Pinterest can be used as a very, very valuable search engine and something to drive external traffic to your stores, and not just your stores, but your YouTube channels, your whatnots, and all of that. You can build your brand with Poshmark because you can create boards specifically to you. Pinterest loves aesthetic niches. It loves them. So on mine, maybe I should show you at the end. I'll show you before we jump into the how. I have very specific boards that let you know who I am. You can definitely brand yourself on there. And then you can create your boards by style, showcase sold items. You can post flat lays. You can share styling ideas. You can style things from your own closet through your pens. It's just the amount of creativity is just, it's out there. I don't go down all those rabbit holes. I just move 3 things a day to my very specific boards. I let my boards tell my story. I let my boards curate the types of buyers I want and attract those people to me. And then I just move 3 items a day. That's it. You can do seasonal boards. I always, around September, start creating more Christmas boards or prioritizing them and moving all the Christmas stuff over. And you can do that in any season or for any holiday. You can list early and capture pre-season traffic too. And Pinterest isn't just for you to do marketing on or try to get that offsite traffic or to put ads out on Google. You can use it for research. So you can go on Pinterest and search for what's trending, what styles are in, what keywords are hot. If you're a plush seller, which kids' movies are hot, what TV shows are popular. So let's get into the how. Let's share my screen with you. I love Pinterest because, like I said, 5 years from now, people can find my stuff and find me. Here's mine. So this is the Hippo hat. And I have women's jeans, women's plus size fashion, jewelry. I have some of my curated finds on here. You can see there's 2 pens. That's not something I mess around with a lot, but you really can get down into that and put other pins in here and get affiliate links and all kinds of stuff. Today, we're just focusing on listing. Disney plush, vintage, Build-A-Bear, Gans, and my Christmas plush. So that's what I've got so far. I'll add more as I run out of these, as I move all of these over. So you want to go to your eBay, and you want to make sure you're in the social. So up here in the Seller Hub at the top, under Store, under the drop-down, you want to click Social. You will have to make sure that you have your platforms that you want to list to linked, right? So you can link an Instagram, a TikTok, a YouTube, a Facebook, or a Pinterest. I primarily only post to Pinterest and my Facebook from the social tab on eBay. I'm going to show you my Facebook real quick. Because once I show you how to do the Pinterest, you can do any of them. You'll figure it out. So I use eBay to do this. I do 3 Instagram a day and 1 Facebook every morning. And when they click it, the link, they are led back to my store. There you go. So make sure you link whichever ones you want to use. Like I said, these are the 2 I do each morning. Instagram, I do post 3 a day on as well, but I use List Perfectly for that. They have a cross-posting feature that allows you to list to Instagram. And I haven't really played around with TikTok or YouTube, but I'm kind of starting to wonder, maybe I should. The more you're out there, the bigger your footprint, right? The more you're going to show up in all the places and all the things when people are searching for stuff. So why not? All right, so let's pretend we're going to do one on Pinterest. You will have to have boards set up. That's very important for me to tell you. If you are just setting up a brand new Pinterest and you don't have any boards set up, you need to have boards set up before you use the eBay tool. And you can add boards, I was going to say very easily, but apparently I have forgotten how because it's been a minute. Settings, create. See, it is very simple. So you just go down to create board, you name it, and that's it. I wouldn't suggest keeping it secret because you want to be seen in searches. So make sure you have a couple boards on here with the different things. Just kind of think about what you sell and what you want to showcase. I set mine up like, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago, and I had a lot more boards than this, but they were categories that I had stopped selling in or stopped focusing on so much, so I had removed them. Okay, so create post right here in blue. And then you can choose media, image, or video, or we're just doing images here. And then however many platforms you have linked, let's say you linked them all, you would also see Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube here. But these are the only 2 I have linked, so that's what we see. If you select Pinterest, it needs you to choose a Pinterest board. It will not move past this step unless you choose a Pinterest board, which is why I said super important that you have your board set up before you go here. So to reiterate, you go to Store, Social, Create, Post, you choose Pinterest, you choose your board. Then you're going to choose where you want this to link to. You can choose to link it directly to the listing. So if I put up this vintage purple gemstone ring on my Pinterest board and I have selected listings, if someone sees that pin on Pinterest and clicks it, it will take them directly to that listing for that ring, which is super awesome. It's viable if you want to create an instant sale. It's going to take them right to the ring and they can buy it. However, I don't recommend doing this because if you ever sell that ring and someone stumbles, remember this is evergreen. So you sell that ring and 2 years from now, someone stumbles on that pin and likes that ring and clicks on it and you have it linking to your listing and it had sold, they're going to get like a 404, a page not found. And then you've lost them. You've absolutely lost them. They're coming up to a page not found. They liked that ring. They were interested. They're going to click away. Listings is viable until the item sells. It's probably the best way to go because it takes them directly to the listing of the item they're looking at and they can buy it, but it doesn't help you down the road. So I like to do category or store or even promotion if you have a sale running. But again, that can be time sensitive. You want your Pinterest pins links that you're choosing here to be just as evergreen, just as forever as the Pinterest pin is going to be. You don't want to choose time sensitive things like your listings that can sell or your promotions that can end, because then you're going to lose them completely. When they get to a page, cannot be found, they're done, they're not coming back. But if they click that ring and it takes them to your category of jewelry, it didn't take them directly to the ring, but you might not, they might be, and they might start looking, or they might use the search item, the search bar. They can use the search bar, they can dig, they can look, they may find items they like more. So that's what I recommend, is choosing category, or you can just have them directly to your store and then they'll land on your store page, which we talked about in another tutorial video, how to set your store up, remember? And they can land here. So I recommend choosing listings, or sorry, no, I don't recommend that. Choosing category or store, but you do you. It's your Pinterest, it's your eBay store. You can do this however you want to do. I'm just telling you what I recommend. And then you find the listing you want to move. You can do up to 3. If you do 3, it's 1 pin, 3 items. If you do them one by one, it's 1 pin, 1 item. I can show you the difference. I believe I have Simba there. Simba is 3 items, 1 pin. So if you choose 3 items, 1 pin, they will get the main photo of 3 different items. They will get the information here, and they will get your hashtags and things, and they can visit your site. That should go directly to my plush. Okay, so if you do 3 items, 1 pin, make sure they're all the same. And I would say send them to that category, like the Simba plush. Simba pen goes to my plush. So you can do 3 in 1. I don't often do that. I like to do them singular. So I do 3 single ones each day. There's another 3. I don't do it often, and that's all I'm showing you. Let's go back to my jewelry. I know I don't have 3 in 1 there. And it's just 1 pin with your description. And then they would say visit site, and they're going to land on my jewelry page. Okay. So select what you want, 3 in 1 or 1 in 1. You click next on the bottom here. You can write your own caption and use the suggested hashtags, or you can use the AI. And AI will give you 3 choices, so you can look through them and see which one you like the most. If you don't like using AI, write your own, use the suggested hashtags. Use hashtags. Super important. They help you be seen in searches. You always want to use hashtags. And then once you have created the caption by yourself or chosen the AI one you like best and put your hashtags in, you'll click post. So let me do one for real, start to finish, so you can see what it looks like all at once. Post, Pinterest. We're going to say Disney plush. I'm going to say category. I'm going to say plush. I want Disney, so I'm going to search for Disney. And let's move this little frozen Anna. I use the AI. I usually just use the first one. So I say submit, post. It'll say posting to Pinterest. When you're successfully done, you can close it out, or you can view your post just to see it. And there you go. It's that simple. When you close it out, it takes you back to the main social page. If you wanted to do Facebook, it's the same thing. You click where you want to link to. You click the category or store. Then you click the item and you create your description. And then you say post, and that's it. Now, I have not, like I said, I have not played around with TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram on here, but I would assume once you have it linked, it would work exactly the same as I've just shown you. It's a simple create post, click which platform, click where it's going to link to, choose your item, get your description in there, and post it. Now, if you do have List Perfectly, I will show you real quick on List Perfectly. You can cross post to Instagram just like you would any other listing on any other platform. Instagram makes that real fast and easy. And you would just click share. I don't want to put her on there today, so I'm not going to click it, but you would just click share. So that is why you should be posting on Pinterest and how you can easily do it using your social tool on eBay. Now, if you want to post to Pinterest using other platforms, you would do it directly through Pinterest, and I can show you that in another video. I don't think I need to make another video on Facebook because I just showed it to you, and it's exactly the same as doing Pinterest. I like to use the eBay tools because they show me all my eBay listings right there. I get to pick from them and pick where I link it to, and it makes it super easy. It's not that hard to list right on Pinterest either. I just like to use tools that are given to me because why not? If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. And if you have any requests for any tutorials or screen shares that you would like to see on Tuesdays when I do my tutorials, let me know. And hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, help me feed my hungry hippos, and I will see you in the next one.